what you need to do, but you're not doing it. You know you need to train hard. You know you need to progressively overload. You know you need to take steps to failure. You know you need to eat enough protein. You know you need to sleep 7 to 9 hours. You know, the information is everywhere. It's free. It's abundant. You're not lacking knowledge. You're lacking execution. And that's the one thing that actually matters. I see it all the time. People who can explain progressive overload in detail. People who know exactly what RIR means. People who've watched hundreds of hours of fitness content and they look the exact same they did a year ago or 2 years ago. Because knowing what to do and doing it are two completely different things. You can watch every video on YouTube about training to failure. You can read every study on proximity to failure and hypertrophy. You can understand the science perfectly, but if you're stopping at 3 RIR on every set, none of that knowledge even matters. You're still not growing. And here's what's insidious about this. Consuming information feels so productive. It feels like you're doing something. You're learning, you're researching, you're optimizing, but you're not training harder. You're not executing better. You're just adding more knowledge to a foundation that hasn't been built yet. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't knowledge. It's action. It's the decision to actually push that last rep. It's the consistency to show up when you don't feel like it. It's the honesty to admit when you're not training hard enough and you need to train to failure. Are you doing it? Not are you trying? Are you actually taking every working set to 0 to 1 RIR? If the answer is no, you have your answer. The problem isn't your program. The problem isn't your genetics. The problem isn't your recovery. The problem is execution. You know you need to progressive overload. Are you adding weight every week? Are you adding reps when you can't add weight? Or are you using the same weight, the same reps you have 3 months ago? If it's the latter, you're not executing. You're going through the motions. Execution is harder than learning. Learning is passive. You can sit on your couch and watch videos. You can read articles. You can scroll Reddit. Execution is active. It requires discomfort. It requires showing up when you're tired. It requires pushing through the grind of that last rep. And most people would rather feel smart than uncomfortable. They'd rather optimize their program than push their current one harder. They'd rather debate rep ranges than actually hit failure. Because optimization isn't intellectual. Execution is physical, and physical hurts. That's why information is everywhere, but results are rare. Information is easy to consume. Execution is hard to maintain. Information makes you feel like you're progressing. Execution actually makes you progress, but it doesn't feel good while you're doing it. It feels like work. Here's what changed for me. I stopped consuming and started executing. I stopped watching videos about training and just started training harder. I stopped optimizing my program and started pushing my sets, and everything changed. Same exercise I'd been doing for years. Pull-ups, dips, squats, rows, nothing new. Nothing optimized, just executed with more intensity. Every set to 0 to 1 RIR. Every week, adding weight for more reps. No excuses, no analysis paralysis, just execution. And in 6 months, I made more progress than I had in probably a year and a half. Not because I learned something new, but because I finally did what I already knew. You don't need more information. You need to execute on what you already know. You don't, sorry. You don't need a new program. You need to push your current one harder. You don't need more knowledge. You need more action. The basics work. Progressive overload works. Training to failure works. You know this. The question is, are you doing it? So stop learning, start executing. And you need an environment that holds you accountable to actually do what you know, not just know it. Links in description.